this is, you can say audience lang malakas.
Yeah, for sure.
The volume, the energy of this crowd is crazy.
Loading up on the game number 1 here for BREN Esports, and Omega, loser of the series, will be exiting the playoffs. This is the lower bracket, ladies and gents.
Okay, so now we can see the lay of the land here, right? Smart Omega, they have the tools they need in terms of spells to counter around a lot of the CC that's going to be thrown at them, right? I mean, they're playing with 3 Purifies here. Also, let's look at the rotations for the junglers starting out. There's already going to be a lot of focus here to see if they can counter into this purple.
Hard presence. That's 4 people right now for Omega fighting around. We got backup coming in form of Pandora, but looks like that will be enough to push back the Omega pressure.
Yeah, just a little bit of skirmish there by the Litho Wanderer. Both junglers started out getting their respective orange buffs. But we're going to be seeing Kaltizi check out the jungle of Smart Omega. He's not going to see anything there, so there's information that they are going to be closer to the purple side now. BREN Esports, they're just going to take their sweet time here, but Ogwen needs to be careful because, of course, Ogwen of the Matilda, he'll be the one wanting to check into the jungle of Smart Omega, but Smart Omega have the right tools to punish a unexpected entry into the jungle, into their jungle from Ogwen. So Ogwen needs to respect that counter punish possibility.
So here's the question, right? I mean, in terms of what BREN Esports has drafted here, how do they play around? How do they counter the Cult Altar that's going to be thrown at them? Atop of everything else, I mean, even having Chaknu on, having those Fatal Links available to them. What's the best case scenario for BREN in terms of those objective fights later on, Renmar?
You know what's funny? I've actually been thinking about that as well.
Yeah.
Just to intro. Just kill the Faramis first.
Yep.
Right?
Well,
if you want to stop Omega.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Kill the Faramis first or force him to pop that Cult Altar off early. Now Smart Omega, I don't think they'll be able to contest his turtle, but let's see if they will try.
Yeah, it's only Chapto. He's quite low. Here comes the Stampede. Ryzen with a steal on the turtle. And maybe from here, Omega wants to go for a fight. They do have enough health. And there it goes. The Fatal Links. They're fighting back, though. BREN's got some damage, but it is fading very, very quickly. Pandora's a little late to the party here. Ryzen not going to be able to take it out here. And that's 2 going down again. What a bloodbath here. Beautiful plays here from Omega overall, and they did get the turtle as well.
That's a dream start for Omega. Spoke 2-2, and Ryzen was like, what do you mean I'm not going to contest it? I'm not going to get my orange buff first. I'm going to go run for the turtle right away. And that was just swift hands by the smooth criminal Ryzen, taking that turtle right away under the nose of BREN Esports. They were positioned well, BREN. Kaltizi was in a very comfortable spot. He's a Barretts. He could just pop off his ultimate, not get controlled. It's easy access for him, but then somehow Ryzen just came in, take it away.
They bypassed the Barretts there, right?
Yeah, literally. And I mean, not only that, but those 2 kills went over to Renzio, right? So that's going to make that lane a lot easier for him in terms of going against Pandora. They could be looking for another thing here in the mid. They're not going to get it.
Oh, no, View.
Oh my god, the rough waves able to get out in time, but nope, that is a Karina. You cannot really run away from that easily.
That punish there. I was actually thinking Few would be getting out of that wave, but I think he was attempting to use his ultimate to maybe burst Ryzen enough. It's not going to be an instant kill, but it will get something down. That potential gamble there for Few not going well for the mid laner of BREN Esports.
Yeah, you remember what I said? Omega wants to fight over and over and over again, and they're doing just that. Kaltizi, no backup available yet. Super Marco's damage is actually quite low, and BREN Esports just looking. They're grasping for straws here in the fight.
Man, that dinosaur just tried to eat a ghost, and it didn't work.
You can't eat ghosts, right?
You can't eat the ghost.
And this is what we expected between these 2 teams already, right? But Smart Omega already building a nice, comfortable gold lead. Now, the one thing, too, about BREN Esports, I'm surprised they don't have any Purifies on their side, right?
Yeah.
Going against Atlas, especially. So now, next turtle of the game is going to be up here. Smart Omega looking to make another play, possibly.
Yeah, it was funny, because if you look at the lineup, it's Omega that has the Purifies.
Yeah.
And they have the Atlas, so what's up here?
3 Purifies. On the side of Omega, BREN Esports, that's going to come back to bite them. And actually, he's already biting them as Smart Omega gets that turtle, because with BREN Esports pickoffs being very crowd control based, Smart Omega just pops off 1 Purify, and BREN Esports might lose the opportunity to get the pickoffs that they're looking for.
And pickoffs are becoming harder because, again, Kelra keeps getting that turtle shielding.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
And right now, BREN Esports, that's something that they're going to have to adjust. They're going to need to look to add more pressure into the lane of Kelra, because right now, the gold laners are having the time of their lives, just being able to freely farm, relatively undisturbed. But because of the turtles, because of the assists, Kelra has a small lead over Super Marco.
I mean, not only that too, but I mean, the thing about BREN Esports, with Kyle TZ specifically, whenever I see a Barrett's jungle, it's very slow, right?
It is slow.
And Kyle TZ made kind of this name for himself in this season, playing those assassins, but hold on, Ogwin gonna get chased down, but disengages here. Going back to the point again, Kyle TZ, I would love to see him play a little more proactive, those heroes that he saw in the regular season, because right now, he's obviously kind of struggling on this Barrett's early on. Already, first turret going down here, about 5 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. Turtle going to be up in about half a minute here, but let's take a look at the items here, Redmar, how they're playing around with the gold lead that they have.
Yeah, 800 gold lead here for the gold laner Smart Omega. Kelra already has a Demon Hunter sword. Only the Windtalker built there by the Melissa. Super Marco, I think he's going to be on the way to building a Berserker's Fury as his second item. So once he gets that, that's going to spike up his damage. But BREN Esports, again, because of all the purifies that Smart Omega has, it's going to be tough for them to get the pickoffs. And right now, Renjo is just bodying Pandora, man.
Isn't this exactly what you mentioned?
This is what I was saying. Yeah.
Right? That
Like,
2-0 led Renzio to just bully Pandora here.
I mean, yes, you have, Few is trying to see if anything can happen, but look at this, Kyle TZ again in trouble.
Caltese is on the floor, man. And he's just going down as well. Oh my goodness. And right now with the gold altar, Omega's just doing everything they want. No one from Break can stop them.
Look at Omega right now. The Matilda roam for Ogwin. Smart Omega are doing everything correctly in terms of shutting him down. The rotations of Ogwin, his positioning is important to the BREN Esports flow of their game, of how they want to play. Smart Omega knew that going into this game. They experienced going up against that and losing to that in their second round in the regular season. Now, having learned from that, Omega are just having the dream start right now in this best-of-5 matchup. Chak knew every time he sees Ogwin in the jungle and Ryzen's nearby, they're not afraid to throw out ultimates just on that Matilda alone so that BREN Esports wouldn't be able to rotate or respond.
Again, like I said, right, you have 3 purifies for Smart Omega. With Few, the whole idea here is to either get that stun off, right, and then pop off the damage that you have. But if you're playing against the Purifies, you're not really going to have the opportunity to do that. Now, Renzio, though, is going to be focused down here on the bottom side, but still, he is thick. He's 3-0-0. He's super confident in that lane.
It's also very hard to pop off those purifiers right now, and he did not have that. That is going to be Ryzen getting stunned up. Oh my god, though, Kyle TZ, no more Daytona's welcome. Can he survive? Cold Alder activated by Yatomax, by his ensuing Pandora. He's looking for people to take down, but everyone just goes back to full health because of that Cold Alter. And just like that, BREN is getting bullied under the tower, man.
You hear the crowd. The chance of Omega Chapner going in.
They're diving in as 5 once more. Few with no Gwen on the run, and turret on the mid lane will go down.
E to the max. El Capitan right on the timing with the cult altar time and time again. BREN Esports right now look like they've just been shell-shocked. They are going up against playoffs mode Omega. Comfortable in the lower bracket, backs against our backs against the wall. Omega, BREN Esports need to get their composure because right now, OMG is just steamrolling all over them.
Yeah, this is what I love too about, when you have Etumax on this Feramis, but honestly, any players that play the Feramis and run with this last worship emblem, you notice throughout the game, he's able to poke. He's able to do a lot of poke damage, and then that follow-up pairs so well with Ryzen here on this Karina. Kelra's just having a heck of a time just farming up in vacation mode, and now everything's fallen into place for Smart Omega. First Lord of the game comes up, huge item pickup for Kelra, allowing him to do some more, just get in position the way he wants with the Blazing Duet. They might just be able to freely take this Lord, but it looks like BREN might actually want to contest.
Yeah, that's free people for BREN. They are just holding for vision. They see the Lord. Kyle TZ, will he try something though? This is a big question. Is this going to be a Hail Mary pass for Kyle TZ? But nope, they're just going to go for info, and the Lord will be conceded over to Smart Omega.
They gotta give that up. This is where BREN Esports find themselves, where in the first Lord, they just had to give it already to Smart Omega because of the massive lead that they built. It's getting close to 7,000 for them. Again, it's just Smart rotations, incredible discipline, great individual play. Omega are having the perfect start to this. BREN Esports, they're trying to find, or earlier they tried to find and make the right calls in the right place, but the cult altar was the biggest problem.
At Jacqueline, he's just waiting on the bush, just waiting for someone to make a bad move. BREN Esports, though, at least holding their area. They're not completely invaded yet by Omega, at the very least at this point, which is a massive lead. You're wondering why.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's going to be bad. Gwen not going to be able to even flicker on out of there. Keller takes him down. Colt Alder already preemptively activated here by Omega. And now the Lord. It's a 4v5 with the Lord on mid. It's going to be a very difficult, and very hard defense.
Well, that's only the normal Lord. They should be able to handle it quickly, but look at the damage they're already taking here. They force S2 Max back. So right now, I mean, this is what's expected, but you have to just look at that gold lead. It's massive for Smart Omega. 8.3K. They're going to continue to get these turrets around the map the best they can. And right now, the thing is, what does BREN Esports even do here, Renmar? I mean, Super Marco hasn't seen any action just yet. He's been trying to farm up, but is it enough?
Uncanny right now. Look at this. Shaknu paid the links. He didn't even need to do it. He just wanted to. And that's Pandora going down to the burn.
Rise in.
And there's Calteezy. They told us welcome. Canceled once more. Pushback in the way to Max. Everyone in Omega is actually quite low, so maybe BREN can do something about this. Again, just not quite having the damage here is BREN Esports chasing anyone, just putting up as much damage as they can. Even Soul Bloom not really hurting as much.
Okay, so we already know what Smart Omega has been doing right. BREN Esports, though, gave us a glimpse of a potential turnaround, or what they can, or what a BREN Esports potential turnaround will look like. Extended team fights for BREN Esports. Once they can finally catch up in the gold, when they get maybe around to the 36 to 42,000 gold mark, that's when we'll see them being able to take it to Omega in extended team fights. If they can't get a member of BREN Esports, a key member of BREN Esports down right away, they're gonna feel that pain. Omega, however, they still do have that lead. They are still in control here, so it will take a lot for them to make a mistake for BREN Esports to find an opportunity to turn it around. But don't get me wrong, Omega needs to understand that it is there. The potential for a turnaround is there, as Kadita's items are being built up and a Wind of Nature is already available for the Melissa on BREN.
Got to work on that pain.
I think this is the big thing, right? For BREN Esports, you got to take a look at Super Marco, right? He did manage to get a kill, which is great. He does have the items that he needs, but what he's lacking is the mobility, right? It's hard to stay alive for this Melissa if your ult is down and everything else, and so you have to take care of him. But it looks like Chaknu might be going in.
Yep, and because of this, they're pushing back BREN Esports. They're clearing up those bushes to go and see if they can maybe win this Lord Dance. So right now, and just sharks in the water here.
Great positioning right now by Omega, but BREN Esports have a good chance to potentially Retribution this away themselves, but there's still an ultimate on the side of Omega.
Oh, that's huge. Calteezy, Daytona's welcome, will go in, but he's actually quite low. And if he dies, that's going to be Retribution out of the picture. Colt Altar is going to be activated here once more, and it's a very happy Omega taking these fights. Right now, everyone on BREN is also very low. Renzio is zoning out, boxing out two members of BREN here, and it will be Omega with a free Lord take.
Smart OMG. BREN Esports right now, we're starting to see one of the problems with their draft. When Calteezy needs to stay close to the objectives, when he needs to be in Retribution range, because of the lead Omega has, no one on the side of BREN Esports can actually join him. So he's left alone. Even with the Detonus welcome up, even though he was getting regen, the lead of Omega is so massive that BREN Esports don't have an opening for their jungler.
Oh, look at this. Omega, they don't seem to wait. They want to wait.
I mean, you pretty much pointed it out, Renmar, right? And this is why I see usually when those Barrett jungles are picked in.
Oh, Pandora once more, just at the edge of the fatal links, gets taken out.
Going back to the point when Barrett's is locked in, man, does it struggle if you don't have any
Really
follow-up.
does.
You're just sitting there looking to eat up a target, and then eventually you die yourself. So again, Calteezy struggling on this pick here. The entirety of BREN now has to be able to defend without Pandora. In just about 14 seconds, he should be up. Can they do it?
Any questions here being put out by Naisu. It's going to be Keller working on that turret on the bottom side. Easily taken out, no defense. And BREN, I guess they're just focusing on just not dying right now. Lorenzo, beautiful falling star moon straight at the back, but right now Pandora actually is going to be back on the field. Maybe he can make something happen here. Where is Ref the Ocean? Will it be popped off properly, though? That's turned on top side, taken out. Calteezy, again, quite low. Can they do anything? Left side is Renzo. This guy's going for MVP, brother. It's called Ultra activated, and that's going to be Omega taking the fight straight into the base, but that's going to be Few holding out. Everyone
holding
right
on,
there low.
running low.
Flicker out, not going to work, and that will be game 1 going over to Omega.
And the crowd is thunderous. The barangay is making noise because their Smart Omega just told BREN Esports, all right, poison injected. Let's see if we can find the antidote in time.
Poison injected indeed, and I mean in a dominating fashion, if you will, because